Alright, so for this one we're going to go over the developmental progression going up to the high bridge. So this is going to be the developmental progression up to the high bridge that we steal from the Turkish getup. So we're going to start with our 3-month position, hit our 4 points on the breathing, make sure everything's nice and stable, come up over top. We're going to run through our rolling progression, over to the one side, come back, so we're starting that loading of the lower shoulder blade and hip as we go across, and coming back. Now we prop up onto the elbow, so we've got our diagonal sit bridge. From here we can go up onto the hand. So we have this arm reaching over top, having like a good line from our shoulder blades going into the body on the downside and on the upside. From here we're going to prop up the other foot, so we kind of have a line forming from this heel to this hand, and keeping the shoulder blades into the body, having a good neck turn and maintaining our spine and core. We're going to push up towards the ceiling, and I want to feel like a nice stretch through this hip. I want to feel a nice line forming from my right foot to my left hand, having a nice arch coming underneath through the bottom line, and making sure that my head is totally free and I'm not tensing on the upside shoulder either. So from here, I'm going to want to be able to pick my left foot off the ground, maintain my stability as I go back and forth each way. So I'm trying to maintain my shoulder blades down, being able to switch between kind of the front line through my abdominals and the back line from my right leg to my left hand as I go back and forth. And eventually, after I work that a little bit, I will put my left knee down so everything stays nice and tall. I'm going to shift my weight over to that hip, and then I'm going to swing forward underneath like so. So now I'm into a lunge position after I loaded into this hip. Now I can press up into a stand, come back down. This would be the one segment where we could have a weight up top using the form of a kettlebell. So from here, I can swing this leg out, crease down into this hip to get back to my 3-point tripod, recheck my neck turn each way to make sure it's not too tight, swing back underneath, crease down into this hip, sit back down. So now I'm back into the on the hand diagonal sit. I can drop back down to my elbow, then roll back onto my back. The other view from that would be I'd pop up onto this side, up onto the hand, have that nice line forming here. Bring the foot underneath, prop it up into the high bridge, make sure everything's in line. Pick up the leg, maintain the stability, go back and forth a couple times. Hitting the front line as I come underneath like so. And as I bring the hips and chest up towards the ceiling, feeling it switch to the back line going down this way. Coming back underneath to the knee, shifting the hip over, swinging out, up into the lunge, back down, crease back into the hip, down into the tripod, swing back underneath, sit back down, onto the elbow, and onto the back to our home position.